Well, we knew she had been successful in selling the condominium from one of our neighbors who had tried several other realtors. And so we called her. We actually had two realtors come out and give us their ideas on how they'd market the home. And we decided to go with Jody because we were very impressed with the professionalism and the sort of no-nonsense approach and the success she had had in our building. I don't fully understand them, but she's clearly up with the latest technology on how people buy and sell real estate. So I was very impressed with how she markets things. She did these beautiful brochures for our neighbors and did one for us. Very proactive in terms of staging and telling you what you needed to do to get your property ready. Doesn't waste time doing a lot of things that aren't really effective anymore, like a lot of newspaper ads and open houses, and has a target market, has some way of getting to it, I assume through all the technology, and it works. My experience overall with Team Jody has been amazingly positive. We got the house ready, and by the time we did all the staging and prepping, and I had a lot of help with that from Jody. Then I think it was actually actively on the market only about 3 weeks. I got frequent feedback on every showing, and there, it was only a few because it wasn't on the market all that long. By internet, it was all text. I'd get these texts saying, someone wants to see your home, is this okay? And you could text yes or no, so I could deal with it while I was at work. And we had an offer that ultimately turned out to be a successful offer within about 3 weeks. I think now's the time. I mean, obviously, because I turned right around and then had her help me buy a home where I wanted to be. Obviously, the housing values had gone down through the recession, but I also knew that they were starting to come back and that I had gotten a good price for mine, and that if I wanted to get in at a reasonable price where I wanted to be, this was the perfect time to be buying. Well, we didn't really talk the specifics of how the final negotiations and dealings went, both in my purchase and in the sale of my home. And that's the part that can also make a big difference in who you're working with. And all the rules now about what has to be done and in what sequence and who puts what money up and when the lawyers get involved. And Jody was wonderful in both dealings in terms of telling me what my options were, telling me what was being offered or counter-offered and what her advice was. Doing all of that and had a system that, again, was electronic so that every variation on every 1,000 forms that you had to do, I would get electronically. So all I had to do was go on electronically. It was highlighted, and I registered an initial and could do it all from my desk, which I greatly appreciated, not having to keep running around when you're working and doing other things. So, and then I think I got a good price on the home I wanted. We didn't look at a bunch of homes I wasn't interested in. We used the time well for my purchase. I think I was just very well advised and guided through all of those processes, and she just was a great assistance through the whole process.